Hi there. Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Luna, and today we're going to learn another 10 common idioms, phrases, and sentences that native English speakers use every single day. These are expressions you'll hear in movies, at work, with friends, and in everyday conversations. So get ready to sound more natural and confident. All right, let's get started. Number 1. One thing after another. This is a common phrase. It means that many problems or difficult situations keep happening, one right after the other without a break. When you say this, you're usually feeling stressed or overwhelmed because you can't catch a break. Native speakers use this all the time when they're having a tough day or week. It's a way to express frustration when life feels chaotic and you just want things to calm down. For example, imagine you wake up late, spill coffee on your shirt, miss the bus, and then your phone dies. You might say to a friend, "It's been one thing after another today. I just need a quiet moment to relax." Here's another one. Your coworker looks exhausted and tells you about her week. She says, "My car broke down on Monday, my son got sick on Tuesday, and now the water heater stopped working. It's just one thing after another." Number 2. Weighing on my mind. This is an expression. It means something is bothering you or making you worry. You think about it a lot because it feels heavy, like a weight on your thoughts. When something is weighing on your mind, you can't stop thinking about it, and it makes you feel anxious or concerned. It's that feeling when a problem or worry follows you around all day and keeps you distracted. For example, you have a big decision to make about changing jobs, and you're not sure what to do. You tell your friend, "I've been thinking about that job offer all week. It's really weighing on my mind." Here's another one. Your daughter seems quiet and distracted during dinner. You ask her if everything is okay, and she says, "I had an argument with my best friend yesterday. It's been weighing on my mind, and I don't know how to fix it." Number 3. It's due tomorrow. This is a sentence. It means something must be finished or submitted by tomorrow. This is very common when talking about work assignments, school projects, bills, or anything with a deadline. You'll hear students, employees, and even parents use this phrase when they're talking about something urgent. It creates a sense of pressure and reminds you that time is running out. For example, your friend asks if you want to go to the movies tonight, but you have to finish a report for your boss. You say, "I'd love to, but I can't. I have this big report and it's due tomorrow. I need to stay home and finish it." Here's another one. Your son is playing video games in the living room, and you remind him about his homework. You say, "Hey, don't forget about your science project. It's due tomorrow, so you should probably work on it tonight." Number 4. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This is a proverb. It means that an image can communicate a message or feeling much better and faster than trying to explain it with words. People use this when they want to show something instead of describing it. Sometimes words just aren't enough, and a simple photo can tell the whole story. This expression reminds us that visual information can be powerful and immediate. For example, you're trying to explain to your friend how beautiful the sunset was at the beach, but it's hard to describe. So you show her a photo and say, "See? A picture is worth 1,000 words. It was absolutely stunning." Here's another one. You're in a meeting at work, and everyone is confused by the data you're presenting. You put up a simple chart on the screen and say, "Let me show you this graph. I think a picture is worth 1,000 words here." Now it makes sense, right? Now, before we continue, if you're enjoying this lesson and learning something new, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We post fresh, helpful English lessons every single day to help you speak more naturally and confidently. Your support really means the world to me, and it helps other learners find these videos too. Okay, let's keep going. Number 5. I'll let it slide. This is a phrase. It means you will choose to ignore a mistake or something wrong this time and not punish or criticize the person. You're being lenient or forgiving. It shows you're willing to give someone a break, especially if it's not a big deal or if it doesn't happen often. For example, your employee arrives 10 minutes late to work, and this is the first time it's happened. You say to them you're late, but I know you're usually on time. I'll let it slide this once, but please try not to let it happen again. Here's another one. Your little brother eats the last piece of cake that you were saving for yourself. You're annoyed, but you decide not to make a big deal out of it. You say, fine, I'll let it slide this time, but next time ask me first. Number 6. Here goes nothing. This is an expression. People say this right before they try something risky, uncertain, or new, especially when they're not sure if it will work. It's like saying, well, I'm going to try this and I hope it works out. It shows a mix of courage and nervousness. For example, you're about to send an important email asking your boss for a raise. You take a deep breath, click send, and say to yourself, here goes nothing. Let's see what happens. Here's another one. You've never cooked a complicated recipe before, but you decide to try making it for your family tonight. You put the dish in the oven and say, all right, here goes nothing. I hope it turns out okay. Number 7, you're shameless. This is a sentence, often used in a playful or teasing way. It means someone is bold or cheeky and doesn't feel embarrassed about doing something most people would be shy about. It can be funny or a little rude depending on the tone. Usually friends say this to each other when someone does something brave or a bit outrageous. For example, your friend walks up to a stranger at a coffee shop and starts flirting confidently. You laugh and whisper to her, oh my gosh, you're shameless. I can't believe you just did that. Here's another one. Your coworker asks the boss for a third day off this month, even though he just took vacation last week. You joke with him later and say, wow, you're shameless. How do you have the courage to ask for more time off? Number 8, I've lost my touch. This is an expression. It means you used to be good at something, but now you feel like you're not as skilled as you used to be. Maybe you're out of practice or just having a bad day. People often say this with a little humor or disappointment when they realize they're not performing as well as they remember. For example, you used to be great at playing basketball, but today you missed almost every shot during a game with friends. You laugh and say, man, I've lost my touch. I used to be so much better at this. Here's another one. You try to bake your famous chocolate chip cookies, but they come out burnt and hard. You sigh and say, I don't know what happened. I've lost my touch. These used to turn out perfect every time. Number 9. You want to weigh in here? It means you're asking someone if they want to share their opinion or give their input on a topic or decision. It's a polite way to invite someone into the conversation. You use this when you value someone's thoughts and want to hear what they have to say. For example, you and your team at work are debating which marketing strategy to use, and your manager has been listening quietly. You turn to her and say, Sarah, you've been quiet. Do you want to weigh in here? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Here's another one. You and your family are trying to decide where to go for vacation, and your dad hasn't said anything yet. You ask him, Dad, you want to weigh in here? Where do you think we should go? Number 10, jump in the deep end. This is an idiom. It means to start doing something difficult or challenging without much preparation or experience. It's like diving into the deep part of a pool instead of starting in the shallow area. It can be scary, but it's also a great way to learn quickly by facing challenges head-on. For example, your friend just started a new job, and on her first day, they gave her a huge project to manage alone. She tells you, they didn't give me any training. They just told me to jump in the deep end and figure it out. Here's another one. You've been thinking about learning to play the guitar, and your teacher suggests you start by performing at an open mic night next month. You say nervously, wow, that's jumping in the deep end. I've only been playing for 2 weeks. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something useful and feel more confident using these expressions in your everyday English. Remember, the best way to learn is to practice, so try using one or two of these phrases in your conversations this week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are also learning English, leave a comment below telling me which phrase was your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe. We post new lessons every single day to help you improve your English and sound more like a native speaker. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing, stay positive, and remember, you're doing an amazing job.